What is up, Jit? Not even changing the clothes. Still repping Psycho Pharma till the day I die. Love this tank top. Raider 3, week 9, day 3, incline day. Last week, 8 reps, RPE 8, 175 for 8 on the top set, and I was able to get it. And I had felt super fatigued, is what I noted. This time, I moved it up only 5 pounds instead of 10. Still RPE 9, the RPE increasing, not still RPE 9, but still the RPE is increasing. But I only felt 5 pounds was a necessary change. And it was super tough, that top set. Let's check it out. So here's the top set, 180 for 10 reps that, in my opinion, I handled with ease. So I'm really surprised why I couldn't get all of the back downs on perfect pace. But I'm going to talk about that a little bit in the video. But just with the results of this, I still feel confident next session to move up to 185 if it is RPE 10 for 8 reps, because that's what I think I'm on track to do. Here we go, getting the full range of motion and finishing it out. Perfect. Bang. Calculating what I need to do for the back downs, it was 153. Can't make 153, so it was like, oh, am I going to do 155 or 150? I chose 155 because I was like, oh, only a 5-pound increase. I did my first set with 155, 10 perfect pause at the bottom reps. And I realized then and there I was not going to be able to do another 2 perfect sets, pause reps with 155. So left my ego at the door, put on 150 instead. Set number 3, I was able to get 10 beautiful pause reps. Set number 4, on the other hand, I achieved failure. Let's take a look. Now here is where the failure comes in. I'm really focusing on the pause. This is me moving 150 and failing after 7 reps. So I believe that was 3 right there, moving with absolutely great pace. Good contractions here. I remember feeling like it was a great set. Got a friend in the gym here spotting me, and he's going to do a great job of doing it. When I tell him to help, he helps. He takes it off me. Here it comes. Start moving it up, and then it starts going the opposite way. So I asked for help, and there he goes. Not disappointed at all that I didn't eke that out. Possibly if I had done 150 from the start, from rep 2 onwards, I would have been able to. But achieving muscular failure on the last set is great with me, especially when I still move the needle on the top set. I'm preparing myself to move 185 for 8 reps on an incline press. That's huge for me. So anyways, super happy with how the main lift went today. Moving on to the rear delt fly on the machine. Previously, last week, first set 15, second set 10, last set 11, somehow, some way. And those numbers are where I basically achieved failure. And then because the first rep I got 15, sets 2 and 3, I would rest at the bottom, myo rep, match 15 reps on the rear delt fly machine. So this week, still working with 110 on that. First set 15, matched it, perfect. Second set, aiming for 15, achieved failure at 12. Got the other 3 back in myo reps. Third set, achieved failure at 10. Tried to get the other 5 back in myo reps. I'm telling you guys, sets or reps like 11 and 12. I was like this is like as far as I could go. I was not getting there, but I did as many as I could. Like I did 5 doing the motion, but I couldn't freaking pull it apart, whatever. So is what it is, but super intense. I'm glad that cumulative rep wise I moved up 1 before failure, even though at the end I couldn't get it back in myo reps, whatever. Like I feel strong. Who cares? Now hammer curls. Last week I was a little disappointed with my performance, so this week I was coming with a mother effing vengeance. Last week the first set I did 9, second set 8, and then the last set I had logged it as 6.5 because I did 6 reps, I believe, or 7 reps with my left hand, but I got locked out. I couldn't finish that seventh rep with my right arm, which is surprising. You would think as a righty, I'm usually stronger than my right. And ever since I injured my collarbone, my left has been much stronger. Look at this. You can see, look at this flat, beautiful, perfect. This, look, it falls, whatever. So this week I went in with a little bit of a different strategy, okay? Instead of going for broke on the first set and then seeing where I go from there, I was saving my energy. So the first set I did 8, and the second set I felt ready and good to do 9. So I did 9. And then on the last set, I was aiming to get, still in that 8 range. My range for this is 8 to 12. So I'm still on the very bottom end of this range. But I was able to get 9 again on that third set. So I went from 9-8, 6.5 to 8-9-9. Great improvements on the hammer curls. Moving on to the dips. This one is so freaking hard for me. I don't know why. I have been trying to match this AMRAP of 14 with the plate on me. This week I only got 13. That close. But I failed on that 14th rep. I didn't lock it out. But I tried it. And that's all that matters. So then sets 2 and 3, we want to try to get 2/3 on set 2 and a third on set 3. So I just wanted to make sure that these last 2 sets were perfect reps. So before, like I was saying, when I moved this movement to being plate loaded, I felt like I had quote unquote mastered the body weight dip because I was doing 3 sets of 15 with a controlled eccentric, a pause at the bottom, full range of motion. And so moving to the 45-pound plate, I'm just trying to move the weight around. Like, I'm just trying to get strong. I'm not really super concerned with, like, being a freaking form freak about it. So first set, going for the 14, not worried about being a form freak. Of course, I want to hit depth and have it be good effort and still be controlled. But I'm not worried about a pause. I'm not worried about super range of motion, like super depth. But, they are dips. Like, you would see me and you would say, yep, that's a dip. So, anyways, what I'm trying to say is sets 2 and 3, before I even get to sets 2 and 3, what I'm trying to do is figure out a good way to get better at these. So I'm thinking that I'm going to treat it almost like my main lifts, where the first set is like just moving it like I'm talking about. And then sets 2 and 3, I know that I can match it like closer. Like my muscular endurance is totally there, but I think my strength on the dips isn't there. And that's why I'm not getting it. Because what would happen is I would get like 11 reps on the first one and then 10 and then 10 again. Even though I'm trying to go for this approach where I do an AMRAP and then I get 2/3, 1/3, I don't know why, but I'm able to blow those numbers out of the water. So what I'm doing on sets 2 and 3 is back to like the mastering the movement is controlled, pause at the bottom. So even with that, aiming for 8 on set 2, got 8 perfect ones, and then set 3 aiming for 4 perfect ones. I get 4 perfect ones, add on a 5th, a 6th, and a 7th. 7 perfect ones, and I failed on the 8th one, which is more like what I want to see. I want to see me get weaker throughout the sets. Anyways, long way to say that first set I'm going for broke. The 2 back down sets are just going to be perfect form. Now going on to the lateral raises. This is something I've been fighting with for a couple weeks now. And one solution I found is that I'm sitting on a bench when I'm doing them instead of standing, so I don't cheat as much. And I think now I need to back down from the 30-pound dumbbells to the 25-pound dumbbells. Just trying to master my craft, be better at training. I'm realizing that my scaps, my traps, my back, lats, whatever, I don't know what muscles, but it's not my side delt completely that's coming into this movement. And while that's okay, if you're throwing things around with my collarbone in the state that it's in, the creaking and cracking, it's becoming a bit worrisome, a bit uncomfortable, if you will, at times. So the first set, I did 30 for 10 reps, and I'm watching myself in the mirror, and I'm seeing, like, all this shrugging movement, even though I'm on the bench. So there's still cheating going on. excuse me, I backed down to the 25-pound dumbbells, and I can feel it much better in my side delt, which is what I'm trying to do at the end of the day. And there's not that big of a difference. So the new goal is 25 pounds in each arm, 15 perfect reps sitting on the bench for 3 sets. So, anyways, how this one went was 30 for 10, 25 for 12, 25 for 9. So I'm still achieving failure. You see, that's all it's about is the effort. We just got to get there. Speaking of achieving failure, after having to back down on that exercise, I really wanted to freaking bring it on the last exercise of the day, incline dumbbell chest press. Still working with the 50-pound dumbbells. Last week, I had done my first set for 15 and the second set for 20. And this was super exhausting for me, but it wasn't necessarily failure because I was holding back on that first set. And yes, the last set of 20 was super intense. Maybe I couldn't have even done a 21st rep, but I didn't even go for it, is the point. So what I had said last week, what I would do this week is go for 20 reps on the first set and then AMRAP the last set. So that's what I did. I got 20 reps on the first set, just like I wanted. And on the second set, I got 19, went for that 20th reps, wanted it super bad, and got locked out. Like, literally got locked out at the bottom. There was literally no motion. So, super muscular failure. And gives me something to work towards next week. 2 sets of 20 for that finisher. The ab work. First set unweighted to 20 sit-ups on whatever the chair is that holds your legs. Second set, the freaking sit-up thing wasn't available, so I just did it on the ground, 2.5-pound plate behind the head. Whatever, these are warm-up sets for me at this point. Sets 3, 4, and 5 are what matters. Set 3, I stopped at 18. Step 4, I stopped at 16. Set 5, I stopped at 14, literally losing 2 reps each time in between these. And set 5, when I had gotten 14, super hard to get out the last 6 reps. That's all I have for you guys. Have a good one.